All right, hey guys, OFD checking in here and kind of a flashback review. Both of these watches I've reviewed on the channel. They're watches that I really respect and adore, and so I just kind of wanted to go back and talk about them. And actually, what happened was just the other day I put on my Mako II, which I hadn't worn for quite a while because I have quite a number of watches, to be honest with you guys. And when I put it on my wrist and I wore it, I'd worn it for just a couple hours and I was blown away once again by the quality that is offered by Orient Watch Company. Just the uniqueness of the features of the watch. There's so many just different unique little things that Orient does in their watchmaking that make their watches stand out above and beyond. And to be honest with you, like the title of this video suggests, I think these offer the best bang for buck under $200 in the watch buying community out there, period. Over Seiko, over a number of other brands that I've reviewed and looked at. But you know, I come back to Orient. I have to actually come back to this brand, what they do and what they offer for the money. Okay, so we're going to take a look at these two watches. Both of these are the blue versions, and both of these are the newer 2 models. So this, I'm going to take a look here really quick at the Mako II first from Orient Watch. Now, the Mako series, I would say, would be their very first in their diving line of watches. Now, as you guys know, this is the 2 model, so they have eliminated the extra crown at the 2 o'clock position that was used for the day setting function on the original watches. Now, these later versions are running the F69-22 automatic movement from Orient. This is a 22 jewel day-date movement. As you guys can see, they're offering the day and the date function at 3 o'clock with 22 jewels, and it offers approximately a 40-hour power reserve on this watch. So 120 click bezel. And as is very common with Orient watches, these are a stiffer bezel, actually stiffer than you find on most of your Seiko watches, but which is not necessarily a bad thing in a diver's watch. Actually, it's something to be desired. One of the other things I can say about all my Orient watches, and I recently did a video about this on Seikos, but I honestly couldn't find any misalignment in the Orients that I own right now, as far as my diving watches go. This Mako version, you can see the polished case on this, guys. This Mako version is on the stainless steel 316L bracelet with solid links on it. Now, it does have folded-in links on these watches, and that is the way all the Mako and Ray versions come. Both of these watches are available on this bracelet style here. So the Mako, as you guys can see, and I'll bring up the Ray here to show you and compare it. Both using the same blue dial, which is absolutely spectacular. You get that great sunburst finish from Orient there. Now, side by side, you guys can see a little bit of difference here. As far as the indices go, the Mako on the left is running, you know, your stick style indices with the Arabic numerals at 12, 6, and 9. You have your rounded, kind of more sub-esque style indices on the right-hand side here on the Ray 2. You have sword hands on the Mako on the left, whereas you have the, I guess you'd call it a sword minute hand, and then more of a, some kind of a modified syringe style minute hand there on the right for your Ray 2. I'll go ahead and set the Mako 2 down here so we can take a look at it. Now, this is on the original factory rubber strap from Orient. Now, when I was looking around at these watches on the websites, it looked like these are not as easy to find, the rubber straps. So I don't know if they're discontinuing the rubber straps on these watches or what. But not as easy to find out there. A lot of people don't like this. It's not a super supple rubber. It's very kind of stiff, kind of a harder rubber. And the buckle is, I'm not going to call it subpar, but it's not the best buckle out there. But it's very traditional to the Mako series and the Ray series watch. So both of these watches, bring them up here side by side. Now, the one on the stainless steel to me looks a little bigger, I guess, but maybe not. But these are both a 41.5 millimeter case, side to side minus the lugs. You're looking at 47 millimeters north to south on these watches from lug tip to lug tip. And you have a 22 millimeter lug opening. So very cool watches, guys. Like I said, I think the best bang for the buck, under $200 you can find out there. You have a hardened mineral crystal on both these watches, which I think is very comparable to, you know, Hardlex crystal that Seiko is offering. So guys, if you're a new collector, or if you've got a ton of watches, you've always been wondering about the Orient lineup, I think the prices you can find these at, you know, I think it's something you definitely should add. Definitely should add one to the collection. They definitely wear, you know, I'd be honest with you. I'll tell you that when I wear this Mako II, it feels more like a $400 or $500 watch when you're wearing it. It does not feel like a $160 watch. That's what I saw these going for, $162 on the interweb out there. Beautiful polishing on the case. There's an in-house movement, Japanese in-house movement on these. You know, very sub-esque looking, but so much to move it apart from being a complete sub-homage out there. And believe me, guys, you can go through my videos. I've done a lot of Submariner homage videos, and you know, I just really think these Orients and this Mako lineup offer so much. They really do. They offer so much originality. Just such great design. 200 meters water resistant on both these watches, which now I will tell you that as far as I can tell out there, the Orients are not ISO rated as your Seikos are going to be. But, you know, I've read plenty of instances of people diving with these watches and never having a problem with them at all that I'm aware of. So great watches, excellent bang for your buck. I will leave a link down below to a couple of places where you can purchase these watches. Now, like I said, these are the blue version of both of these watches, but they're available in a black dial also out there, which is very nice. And I think other couple, you know, maybe color variations. Now, I know they do have the Mako USA 2, which employs solid inlinks, sapphire crystal, drilled lugs. I do know that, guys. I've seen that watch. As a matter of fact, my very first video I ever did on the channel, I think, was on the Mako USA 1, the white dial version, which has left the collection, guys. I don't have that watch anymore. It's gone on to greener pastures. But anyways, guys, Orient Watch Company, some of the best bang for the buck out there. I will do a little WWC here. I am wearing my Orient Bambino. This is the first version on a traditional bond strap, which looks stellar. All right, guys, if you do not have an Orient watch in the collection, you need to go find one of these and get yourself one before Christmas comes. And if you already have one, you might want to go get a different color or a different variant, because Orient watches are very addicting, and luckily they're priced right, and you get a whole lot of value for the money you spend. All right, guys, if you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up down there at the bottom. If you've not subscribed to the OFD channel, please do. Please do. Thanks, guys.